everyone, Bethany at Mind Body Solutions here. Thank you so much for joining us for our short practice series. We're going to go through a very short, about 7-minute long practice today, focusing on letting the light in, creating a little bit of space, particularly through the side body. So with that, let's begin. We'll do a very brief centering. So coming into your grounded Tadasana pose. Feet can be comfortably far apart so you feel really sturdy, stable, and strong. Let the hands land somewhere on the tops of the thighs. Yeah. Fingers are spread comfortably wide. And then decide if you'd like to close your eyes briefly or perhaps just soften your gaze. Become aware of the space behind you. Open to that space. Soften the jaw, the inside of the mouth. From here, sink the heels into the support beneath you, grounding down into the earth. And notice as you sink the heels, there's a simultaneous rise through the center of the chest. Following that rise out through the crown of the head. Beautiful. And then you'll bow the head forward, gently drawing the chin towards the lifted chest. Blink the eyes open, gaze is at the center of the chest. And then you'll bring your gaze back to the screen. I'm going to invite you for the next, let's just say like 20 seconds or so. I'm going to invite you to just move a little bit in a self-directed way. So I'm not telling you what to do. We're just going to move together in a way that feels good to our bodies in this moment, right? Just a little bit. Playing around with what feels good. These can be large movements, these can be small movements. They're your movements. And then start to gather that up, collect up that rhythm, drawing it in towards the center of yourself, towards your midline. Yes. And finally landing in Tadasana, mountain pose. All right, so we are going to start by taking the right hand to our sides, reaching the fingertips towards the earth. Let this shoulder blade draw down the back body. Yes. From here, you'll flip the palm and raise the arm up and overhead, any amount, drawing the bicep along the ear, and then extend out past the fingertips. Ground down on the top of the thigh with your left hand. And take a breath or two here. And release. Letting that hand come back down by your side. And finally to the top of the thigh. And then we'll switch sides, taking the left hand, reaching the fingertips towards the earth. Flipping the palm and then reach that hand up and overhead. Yes. Ground down the top of the thigh with the right hand. Extend past the fingertips. Notice your sitting bones. And then take a breath or two here. And release. So we're going to come back into a similar posture, but we're going to think about opening up the side body just a tiny bit more. So you want to make sure you have something you can ground the hand on. It might be the seat of the chair. You might have an armrest, or if you have a table next to you, fantastic. Find something on which to ground the hand. Reach the fingertips towards the earth. Then from here, you'll flip the palms, reach the arms up and overhead, extending past the fingertips. And then any amount you'll start to arc over towards your right, thinking about this part of the body opening up, letting in some light, letting in some space. Beautiful. Use your right hand to press up and let the hand return to their side and back to the tops of the thighs. Lovely. Now we'll switch sides. So the left hand will find grounding, armrest, chair, table, something. Reaching the right fingertips towards the earth, broadening across the collarbones here, flipping the palm, reaching the hand up and overhead. Pause in the center and then start to arc over to the side. Beautiful. Notice the sitting bones. And then using that grounded hand to support your lift and return to center. Beautiful. From here, you're going to extend one leg in front of you. So I'm extending my right leg, the left leg will remain long. Left hand will come to ground the top of the left thigh. Right fingertips will reach towards the earth. Yeah. Flip that palm, reach the arm up and over. Lovely. Then you're just going to let the left hand move out towards the knee. Yeah. And fold forward very gently. Yeah. Thinking about this, the sitting bones extending toward the earth, the crown of the head extending toward the sky. Yeah, creating space in the center. Beautiful. And then release. Draw the right leg back beneath you. Pause and center. From here, you'll extend the left leg long. You'll ground the right hand onto the top of the right thigh. Reach the right fingertips towards the earth. Draw the arm up and overhead. Ground down through the top of the thigh. And then let the hand travel slightly towards the knee, drawing forward into a gentle forward fold. Sitting bones extend to the earth, fingertips to the sky. Beautiful. Release back to center. Draw the leg back and underneath you. Lovely. We'll come into a downward facing dog, back in the center, bringing the hands out towards the knees, fingertips spread comfortably wide, broadening across the collarbones, extending through the spine. Downward facing dog. Returning to center, drawing the hands to the heart. Thank you so much for sharing your practice here today. Namaste.